One of the things that we've been most interested in is figuring out new and different ways to get customers involved with the company. And involvement is a word that means lots of different things to lots of different people. But fundamentally what we mean is, can we get them more engaged and more even physically involved with their own labor in what it is that we're trying to do? So in one of the projects that we've done, we have people literally make origami with their own hands. So we give them instructions and we tell them, fold it this way, fold it that way. And we try to see that process of when they make origami themselves, just how much they come to overvalue it. So we've called this phenomenon the IKEA effect. So IKEA, of course, is a company that makes you build furniture yourself. And we found that sometimes when people build IKEA furniture, even though it isn't the best furniture in the world, they become weirdly attached to that furniture. So the bookcase is a little uneven, maybe one of the shelves is broken, and yet we see people still packing it up and taking it with them. Even though they could buy another one for $20, they kind of like the one that they have. And we thought that IKEA effect applied more broadly to things we make more generally, whether it would be customizing shoes on online websites or any other place where customers get involved with the product, that maybe we have this in us to, when we invest our own labor in things, we come to value them, and in some cases, overvalue them. So we think that they're true works of art, and other people see it just sort of a lopsided bookcase. So another way to think about involving customers in the labor of the firm. So one way is to have them actually do effort themselves, so build products or design products themselves. But another way to think about labor in the context of firm-customer relationships is to show them the labor you're doing on their behalf. And very often companies don't do this. So when you get a product from a company, it's really invisible to you just how much effort they had to put in on their end to make that product for you. You know that when you get a shoe in the mail, somebody made it and somebody stitched it together, somebody put it in that box, somebody shipped it out, and somebody brought it to your house, but you don't see them, they're invisible to you, and so you've lost a lot of this effort and labor that the firm put in on your behalf. And we've shown that if you insert that labor back into the process, consumers can really value it. So in some of the experiments that we've done, we use a website similar to kayak.com, which is an online travel search. And the idea is you put in your flight, and then Kayak will show you all the airlines it's searching for you. And it does it iteratively, so you really feel like the website is working hard for you to find you the very best flight to Phoenix. And when it's done doing that, you really feel as though it's a great flight, a great deal, and you owe the company because they work so hard for you. But of course, in fact, it's a website that's doing that. No one's working for you. It's an algorithm churning. But we can show in our experiments that that feeling that a company is working for you can really increase your willingness to pay for the service. Going forward, one of the things that we're most excited about is thinking of other ways that we can get customers more involved in the process. And some of the projects that we're doing involve giving customers a sense of control. One of the things that we're going to try to do is, if you think about being on hold when you call for service for some company, being on hold is a horribly aversive experience. We'd much rather talk to a customer service person right away. We're trying to give people little cues that they still have control. So one thing that we're going to do when people are on hold is let them choose their hold music. So instead of just being assigned to hold music, you can say, would you like jazz or pop? And you can pick. Very tiny choice, but now suddenly I'm not just powerless in this interaction. At least you gave me a little bit of control over the interaction back, and maybe that will help people feel a little bit better about being on hold for so long. We don't know, so these are actually experiments we're going to be running very soon, and we'll see how they turn out, but that really is the direction that we're headed going forward.